Previously on Community Crime Solvers Live.
Who robbed the shop? How do you know? We're going to show in 3, 2, 1. The answer to an alarming jewel heist. The alarm didn't catch anyone. Zach still sounded angry. Yes, it did. Tell me, Zach, how long do you think the thief took to clean you out? Zach glanced around the showroom. A minimum of 5 minutes. Probably 10. And yet, when the police got here 2 minutes after the alarm, the burglar was already gone. Yeah, Zach scratched his head. That's impossible. Not if the burglar was already inside. After we left, he came out of hiding and took what he wanted. He set off the alarm, and when he left the shop, not when he arrived. You say he. It was a man? It was Sam Wells. He was the only person we didn't actually see exiting the shop. He must have hidden in a closet or behind the counter until after we left.
What?
It had to be him. No one else could have come in while we were still here, not without setting off the door buzzer. So congratulations, Fred. Wow, that was just amazing. Amazing detective work. So, I get half credit because I got the right person. Oh, God. Next case. All in the family. Sergeant Wilson enjoyed an occasional breakfast with Sherman at Baker Street Coffee Shop. What he didn't enjoy were the homicide calls that so often came right in the middle of the meal. He was just finishing his Belgian waffle with fruit when this morning's call took him to Gleason & Son Insurance, located on a lonely stretch of highway. As usual, Sherman tagged along. The uniformed officer met them in a parking lot. The victim is Gary Lovett, the officer told him, a Gleason & Son employee. That's Neil Gleason and his sister, Patty Lovett. She's the victim's widow. He was pointing to an anxious-looking duo, both in their late 20s. Mr. Gleason discovered the body at about 8:30 a.m. Neil Gleason stepped forward. His statement sounded rehearsed. When I pulled into the parking lot, I saw Gary's car. Gary's often here early, though he's always gone before noon. If Gary wasn't Patty's husband, Dad would have fired him long ago. The front door was open. Right inside the door, I saw him like that. Wilson examined the body in the doorway. The man's head was a bloody mess, and it took the sergeant a while to realize that the rifle, now bagged as evidence, had been used as a blunt instrument, its wooden stock having been slammed into his head like a baseball bat. The body was cold, and rigor mortis had already come and gone. That's my husband's rifle, volunteered the widow. He kept it here at the office. Last night at home, Gary got this phone call. He said he had to go to the office and that I should just go to bed. I thought he might be going to see another woman. This morning, when I woke up, he was still gone. So I went to find him. I must have arrived here just a minute after my brother did. I think we should probably call Dad, Neil said. That call wouldn't be necessary, for at that exact moment, George Gleason was pulling into the parking lot.
Oh boy.
The burly insurance broker eased himself out of his Cadillac and wordlessly took in the scene. The body, the bagged rifle, and his 2 children. Patty ran up to him. "Someone murdered Gary," she moaned. "The police suspect us, Neil and me." Gleason hugged his daughter, exchanged glances with his son, and turned to face Sergeant Wilson. "I killed him," he said softly and simply.
Whoop. We're done here. Thanks for coming. Nah. Continue.
I met him here last night and shot him right in the head.
Yeah.
My kids had nothing to do with it. As the uniform took Gleason's statement, Wilson stepped off to the side with Sherman. You don't have to tell me, Wilson whispered. I picked up on the clue, too. Perhaps, old man, Sherman said with a smile. But did you pick up on the right clue? Question. Who killed Gary Lovett? What clue points to the killer?
That was kind of tough.
I know who it wasn't.
I know who it was too.
Why are you whispering?
I'm sorry. Like, I'm thinking out loud, and I'm
Can't hear her if she whispers, guys.
Just talking to Mike like this.
We want to hear your thoughts.
Should I have had that casserole today?
There's a parking spot in my room somewhere. I don't know where it's at.
So we have a dead guy in a car.
I thought he was in the office.
Yeah, I thought he was on the ground.
What are you
somewhere.
Was he
talking?
died? No.
Yeah, he was in the office.
What? Wait. Oh, now I'm all kinds of
It
confused.
said they opened. It said they opened the door and he was like laying there with the blood. On his...
Uniform
In the
policeman
office.
met him in a parking lot. She's the victim's widow. Discovered the body at 8:30. When I
Mm-hmm.
pulled into the parking lot, I saw Gary's car. Gary's up here.
Mm-hmm.
The front door was open. Right inside the door, I saw him like that. They're in a parking lot.
You're not in a car.
No, okay. I'm reading this over.
Yeah.
The man's head was a bloody mess. So, he's not in his office. You don't call someone's office door a front door.
Well, that's just
So he's in the front door of the building?
It's just matter of opinion. Who's gonna get it right and who's gonna get it wrong. But they did say that he. Well, I don't know.
And so
Wait.
then, what? Someone murdered. Okay, so the guy comes in. He pulls into the parking lot. He takes in the scene, the body, the bag. He's not in his office. I will give you that he may not be in his car, but he is not in his office because you can't pull into a parking lot and
Is it?
see a dead
You're not
body.
supposed to tell them. They're gonna get it right now. Gosh, just give away all the hints.
Yeah, go ahead. Give away some more hints.
I just don't like being wrong. Okay, I just don't like it. So
I'm trying to throw him off there. Good lord.
sorry. He's in his office, guys. He's in his office.
Nope, he's in the car on the passenger side.
In the truck. It
Yeah.
might have been the truck.
All right, I got my answer.
I forgot the dude's name. Hold on.
Who arrived first?
The first
Neil
person
arrived
was
first.
Neil, I do believe.
Yes.
Then it was Patty.
Then Patty.
And then what did Patty say when she saw him?
Oh no.
She said, she said that it was definitely her husband's rifle that he kept at the office.
And he got
He
a
had
call in the night before.
Yeah, he said he got a phone call. She thought that he was stepping out.
And he told her to stay there.
Yeah, I told her to stay.
And he went and never came back. So she went up there the next morning.
I got my answer. Yeah.
Wait, when you were whispering the whole story back to yourself, you said it was found. Never mind.
Stop, Apollo.
Never mind.
Don't mind the detail.
Nope. Nope, I'm gonna go with my gut on this one.
I'm changing my answer. I don't know.
Last time I went with my gut, I gained 35 pounds.
The true answer
kidding.
is George is the killer.
Yes.
He's just old and losing his memory, so
No,
try
I
to
said-
beat him with his gun instead of shot him. Shoot him.
Did I shoot him in the face? or-
George would be like, I guess I killed him. I think I did. Yeah, I came down here with my gun right the other day and bashed his head in with it. Sure did. Mm-hmm. And then I gave it to him. He's my son.
Okay, Cletus.
Yes, sir, bud. Yes, sir. I butchered the mess out of his. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I sure done it.
Are we ready?
Yeah.
I am ready.
Can I have 2 answers?
It was only 2 suspects.
You can only have one whodunit answer, all right? So let's think about it right now, okay? I'm ready. When you are.
We're gonna show in 3, 2, 1.
There you go, right there, man. That's my answer right there. You see that?
We have lots of patties. And
I love Frankie was like, waiting this.
This was my first answer and I changed it.
Oh.
I hope I
okay.
changed it for the right reason.
So who should go first? Why did I do that?
Desi, who did you pick? Oh.
Who did I pick? Oh, sure, I'll go first. That's fine. I picked Neil, and the reason why I picked Neil, was because Neil sounds like he has some what's the word?
Rehearsing?
Yes. First of all, his answer sounded rehearsed, as if he'd practiced it before, and second, he seems to have some animosity towards Lovett, whatever the guy's name was, who's dead now. Gary.
Wow.
Wait,
No, his last name is Lovett.
Oh,
in the
yeah.
trunk of
wait,
his
whose
car, you know.
last name is Lovett?
Gary,
Gary.
love it.
What was
Patty
Neil?
Lovett.
Was Neil just a coworker or what was he? to
Neil
them?
Gleason.
It
Okay,
was
so
Patty-
Okay,
Bro.
never mind. Okay.
yeah. So I was like, he doesn't like Gary. He doesn't. His answer was rehearsed, and I think if anyone is at the office first, is going to be Neil. So I'm pretty sure that Neil and Gary were in the office together, and Neil just had a moment. So Vince, why'd you pick Neil? It seems like we're the only 2 people who picked
Look,
Neil.
Team Neil. What? That's not. No, Team. Oh my gosh. I actually picked Neil. Where's my notes? Right here. Okay. So if we were to believe Patty, when she was asking about why he's going to the shop, whatever, he could have told her no to stay here because him and her brother could actually not be getting along for some reason. That's why she don't want to see them fighting and whatnot. And he made a comment of if it wasn't for being married or a father, he wouldn't be working there. So like someone in that family doesn't like him. Between him and the father, they don't like him. And shoot, could be the wife, but I still think it's Neil because apparently he saw him like that in the doorway, which is very interesting. As far as the time, he said Gary would like never leave. He would leave before noon, but he was still there. I'm like, what? So he kind of just no one else knew that, apparently.
So
But
wait.
I don't know. Neil Army.
Did y'all say what the tip? Because wasn't there 2 questions? Is who it was and what was the clue that tipped it off? Which clue was it for y'all? Are y'all answering that one?
What clue points to the killer?
Yeah.
It was
So-
the doorway.
Car.
Apparently,
The car, Fred.
The car.
So Fred, you go ahead.
Well, see, now that I think about it, I kind of want to switch to Neil, only because
my
he was beat with the gun, and you have to be pretty strong to beat somebody's face in. Yeah, you do.
Oh,
you gotta be.
don't.
Yeah, you do.
yeah.
I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna take a look at guess to say that Patty is not the type that's gonna overpower him and beat his face in with the butt of a gun. It's possible. I'm not. But anyway, I picked Patty. So I picked Patty because for something similar to what you said, Desi. She sounded like she may have been jealous or suspecting something.
Mm-hmm.
And Neil was saying how the guy would have been fired or whatever, but maybe the father didn't like him. So maybe the father was like instigating something between Patty because that's his little girl or whatever.
Okay.
And so And if he was in the parking lot, then she probably wouldn't have had any reason to be inside, and he could have been just leaving when she was going to figure out where he was.
Mm-hmm.
And something like that. She could have thought he was stepping out on her in the office or something, and she comes in, beats his brains in, and then goes home, and then she's the killer. Freaking women.
Yeah.
So, sorry.
Oh wow.
So I'll say the clue was the fact that the father is protecting the little girl. I don't know. The parking lot. I don't know.
Apollo.
I said Patty because supposedly at the beginning the cop said that they both showed up at 8:30, but Patty said she showed up a minute after her brother. So that means if they told the cop that they got there together and she's lying about when she got there, I have a feeling that she's the one that did it. And all you need is a good knock on the side of the head. You hit the person's temple and they're gone. So, I don't know. And she knew about the gun. I don't know necessarily if he kept it in some specific place. But I feel like since she knew what it was and where it was, she'd have access to
Yeah,
it.
it did say that was his gun, right?
Yeah.
Frankie.
I guess my thing is, the reason why Neil sounded rehearsed is I think he knew who did it, but he didn't want to like give anybody away. So that's why I think Patty did it, and I think the father was just trying to take the blame for both of them because he may not have known who did it. And so that's why I think it was Patty. I think she did it in a rage, and her brother saw it, and he was like, and then the father was like, "Oh, just take the blame."
So just gonna throw Dad under the bus. What a
So, are you guys Team Patty, Team Neil, Team someone else? Tell us in the
Someone
comments.
Team Neil, yeah! Go, blame Neil, yeah!
We'll give the answer next week. Bye.